Hey everyone, it's Monday. Time for a new episode of Record Collecting with the Quill. Well, it's been a while, but I've been busy, turning 50. So haven't had the time to sit down and sort of wade through all the stuff I bought. Bought a lot of stuff lately, but as I said, I've been busy doing other stuff. But last weekend, I went to London with my family, and what do you know? It was record store day. Didn't know it when I booked it, but I sort of took advantage of it, really. So I'm going to show you some stuff I found in London, some other stuff as well, and sort of the coolest vinyl record. I'm gonna finish with that one, the coolest stuff I've ever gotten for my collection, and I think it will never be beaten if you ask me. But before we start, you know the drill. Make sure you subscribe, hit that little notice bell, and share with your friends. Well, as I said, it was record store day last Saturday, and at first I thought I wouldn't really sort of going to London with the family. It was sort of weekend, just celebrating, having a good time. But I found myself checking out Rough Trade, Sister Ray, and also Reckless Records, and a couple of stores in Camden as well when we went out there. So, and all of a sudden I found myself in the hype of record store day, and I sort of had in mind that I shouldn't buy that much stuff. It's such a drag to carry it home when you're flying. But what do you know? A couple of hours and later, and I bought almost all the stuff I was looking for. Starting out with this one. Nothing special really, but it's the first time it's released on vinyl. The best of UFO, Will the Last Man Standing, Turn on the Light. Sort of cool. You can't really see it, but the artwork is sort of, that's actually the record you see. It's a hole in the artwork, so quite cool anyway. Gotta have it for the UFO collection. And this was the one that started it all, really. I saw some guy, I believe at Reckless Records, who got this one, and you had to ask for all the exclusive record store day records. They had them behind the counter. And as soon as I bought this one, I just went crazy. Never Say Die, cool, sort of a white and blue splatter, or see-through blue splatter. Cool nonetheless. This was the one I was really searching for, and I got it, I think, at Rough Trade. The Eric Carr Rockology. As you know, if you follow this channel, I'm a Kiss collector. I was glad to get this one for the collection. It sort of goes really well with the original solo albums, complete with poster and everything. The recording is maybe not as sort of demo versions, whatever, but it's cool to have nonetheless. So much record here. This one, really awesome as well. Thin Lizzy, Live and Dangerous at Hammersmith, 76. Really pleased. I think I got the last one at Sister Ray's of this one. Thin Lizzy at their prime. What more could you ask for? Excellent stuff. This one as well. I'm a big fan on the corner album with Miles Davis, and this is sort of outtakes from those recordings. Miles Davis called Turn Around. Rare Miles from the complete On the Corner sessions. I really enjoyed that album. It's sort of weird sound, but I think it's with Miles Davis, he always paints a picture with the music. I'm quite fond of it, so glad I got this one as well. Also this one. This one is a big fucker, I guess you could say. Right here, right now, the first time on vinyl, four discs. I think it's the start of sort of reissuing the Sammy Hagar albums on vinyl. Was quite pleased to get this one. A bit expensive, but yeah, I really enjoy that era. I sort of grew up listening to 5150 was the real first Van Halen album I ever bought, so it's, even though I like as most of you do the David Lee Roth albums more nowadays, but this is what I come back to as sort of my formative years kind of music. Also got some other stuff that wasn't sort of exclusive for Record Store Day. Finally managed to track down a good copy of Bob Dylan, Good As I've Been To You. I think this is some sort of a, it's not the original version, it was some sort of a reissue I read up on Discogs from the UK, from a series of reissues. Also a couple of bootlegs, the newer stuff that's out there. It's quite cheap. Buy some stuff when I found it. Led Zeppelin from the Texas International Pop Festival in, I believe, '69, right? What a great band. And also this one, looking forward to listening to this one, the studio rehearsals with Coverdale Page. I believe it's a double album. Studio broadcast tour rehearsals. Should be interesting since the tour never got, they only played Japan before sort of, I think Jimmy Page sort of abandoned the project. So should be a fun listen. Also found a bunch of really cheap sort of these new bootleg CDs out in Camden for like £5 or something. Black Deep, that's the Worcester recording from '83 with Ian Gillan. I got the Montreux from 1970. Got Tokyo from '80. I got Zeppelin from Osaka '71, and I got the Charlotte Zeppelin from '72. Sort of just nice to have on CD and listen to whenever you're doing something different. Also, a couple of CDs. The first one, I think I mentioned before, sort of collecting whenever I find these Hysteria singers with Def Leppard. Another piece to that puzzle, the American version of Women, I should say, fits nicely with the other ones. I'm sort of missing, I think, Armageddon now, or maybe one more, but just getting there single by single. And last one, the coolest one, the one you will never get, because I have something exclusive. As I said, I turned 50, and I have my daughters are quite into music. They don't really sort of play anything, but they sing a lot, at least around here at home. And they decided to, what do you give your father, who is a vinyl collector? Well, I got a card that said you have all the records there is, so we had to make something exclusive for you. So what did they do? Well, they recorded their own 7-inch. They went into the studio and sneaked in while we were recording the latest QUILL album in the same studio. Where we had a day off, and they talked to our producer and engineer and sort of set up a session when we had one day off, and recorded their own version of Kiss Rock and Roll All Night, complete with lyrics about yours truly. And they even pressed it as a single. My precious family there, and they made a 7-inch of it. Really, really cool. There's 3 existing copies. One for me and one for my daughters. Talk about a cool present. I'm really pleased. This is sort of the crowning jewel in my collection now. And what a exceptional idea it was. As I said, that's something I will cherish forever. And I will try to put it on Discogs just so, for the fun of it, I have something you don't have. And they sing great. I hope they sort of get into music sooner or later. You never know. Well, I think that's about it. Some cool stuff, as I said. Record Store Day. I don't know. What's your thought about it? Is it all just hype, or there's nonetheless some cool stuff released? So this time, I took the bait. I haven't done it every time, but this time I really took it. It was a little bit of fun, just being in London and sort of getting into the whole vibe of it. But well, also thank you to Sabbath Records, a local record store here in Kalmar, a little bit south from where I live. really nice store if you're into. They're really specialized in sort of extreme metal, but I have quite a good secondhand section as well. So if you're anywhere near Kalmar, go visit them. Sabbath Records, they're starting up doing shows and even doing a festival this summer as well. So it's really cool to have this sort of initiative, just hyping good music. You can never get enough of that, can you? Well, make sure you follow the Quill on social media. It's going to be a lot of news coming shortly. Working on the new album. Artwork is in full swing as well, and doing the last few overdubs as well, and starting mixing as well. So we probably will be able to give you some more news in a not so distant future. That's it for now. Oh, did I say follow the Quill Sweden? Did I or didn't I? I don't know. I'm getting old. See you all again when I see you, when I have something cool to talk about. Thanks for watching. Bye.